Hey guys, welcome back to Trade or Die. So this week we're gonna go through November 27th to December 1st. We're gonna take a look at the market, really apply my strategy. I'll put it on the screen here and just look at trades that I should have taken during the week. See if I should have actually been profitable, and really see where I can use discretion. I'm still trying to put my trades on the chart. I'm having trouble doing that, but I will figure it out on one day. But as always, for my strategy, there's a couple things. So usually I wait for a breakout on the minor, support or resistance. Once I get a breakout, I'm looking for a pullback. Now, on that pullback candle, firstly, the wick cannot be longer than the prior candle in the same direction. It can't be, or I'm not taking the trade. Some live days I actually have taken the trade, but I noticed that on average, when that does happen, I get stopped out, whatever. That's pretty much it, right? There are a few other things that I look at, and I guess I'll point them out while I'm going through the chart this week. Secondly, as far as take profit and stop loss, take profit is 72 ticks, stop loss is 36 ticks, so that's pretty much $9. And then auto break even at 44 ticks. I moved that up. So previously I had it at 40 ticks, but I found that 40 was kind of too short. So anyway, let's get into it and take a look at the trades that we could have taken. So 36, there we go. And we're always going to start at 7 o'clock and we'll end the day at 3:30, either or. So let's see. Excuse me. When 7 o'clock comes, breaking structure high here, get a push down, pull back, push down. We don't necessarily have a break, but this is probably something I would take. The other criteria too is that the body of the prior candle, it has to be at least $8. So if you take a look at this, right at the top we have 6010, at the bottom we have 605. This body is only $5, so we wouldn't even take it anyway. There's not enough volume in that candle or momentum per se. So price pushes down into 8 o'clock, pushes back up by 8:35. We do create a new high, right? We break the minor, we get another push down, and then another push down, and we break these minors here, which were more significant because we were kind of in a channel here. But now we didn't break the minor over here, and so what happens is we get a pullback. So this pullback is not good because remember, this pullback candle, this wick is longer than the prior, so it's invalid. But anyways, price pushes up, and then into 9:30 we get some kind of news and we get a massive whipsaw. By this time we stay out of it, we chill out for a bit. Price pushes up into 10 o'clock. We do get another pullback, but again, this wick is longer than the prior candle, so we don't get into it. Price pushes down. We do get a pullback, but now we have to again use our discretion, right? Do we think that we're going down or we're going up? In my opinion, since we were able to make a new high, right, I would validate this as a higher low, right? Just as this is a higher low and this is a higher low, right? I don't expect to see closes below here, so I wouldn't want to take that. I think during a real session I still probably wouldn't take it. I would want to wait it out, but let's continue. This could just be hindsight 2020 since I actually see it in front of me. But anyway, we push up until 11 o'clock. we get rejection over here in this resistance area. We get another push down, but we can't close below this area, right? And we create another higher low. Price pushes up and we have two pullbacks, but on these two pullbacks we can't take it because again the wick is longer than the prior candle, wick longer than the prior candle, so it's no good. Price pushes up, push down, pushes up, and we get a proper pullback right here, but now we got to check if the body is actually $8. So now we have 58 all the way to 67, so this body is actually $8, so we're good to actually take this. So now if we did take this, it would be profitable. Boom, that's great. We do get another pullback up here, so let's say we do take this as well too. Take this, and then we may just get stopped out. I think we get stopped out over here, but again, like, that's completely okay, right? Shit happens. So now by this time, 1 o'clock, 1:30, price is a reversal. We start pushing down. We get our first pullback right here, but the body's too small and this wick is too long. Price pushes down again, another pullback, wick is too long, so we stay out of it. Price pushes down again, and then another pullback, but the body's too big. Then into 3 o'clock, we get another reversal, another pullback, but it's invalid because the candles are too small, and then another push up into 3:30, and we call it a day. So for this day, we had about 2 trades, 1 win and 1 loss. So now we'll go into the 28th, 7 o'clock. So price pushes down, we get a pullback, and then this is actually perfect, right? We break minors here. We're coming off of a resistance area slash supply zone, and then boom, break in minor, break in minor, break in minor, pullback. And so we are actually going to take this because I like it, but let me see if this is actually $8. 95 to 90. This is not $8, so guess what? We don't take it, and that's okay. That's okay. So price pushes down into 820. Let me just see how big this is. I want to see how much profit it could have been. So this right here, wow, yeah, would have been good too. But anyways, price pushes down into 815. We get to the support here, and then we reverse. We get our first pullback, but the candle's too big, so we stay out of it. Price pushes up again, and we get another pullback. Do we take this? Potentially. We potentially take this because let's see the body. The body shows 74 up to 82. So that is actually a valid setup, but we take it and we get stopped out. And you know what, that's completely okay, right? Stuff happens, it happens, right? So price pushes down and then up and then back down, and we get stopped out over here. Auto break even would probably save us over here as well too. So now we get a push up, we make a new high, right? We get a good pullback right here, but these wicks are a bit too long, so we stay out of it. The criteria is quote unquote good. However, the body of this candle is just as long as the wick, so when we do have that as well, we do want to stay out of it. So price pushes back down into the support, pushes back up, we get a pullback, and so now we have potential to take a trade. I think I actually would take this trade live just because of how the pullback looks. Solid criteria here. We have a small wick here, and then it's smaller than the prior candle, so I say we take it and we see if we're profitable. So we hit take profit there, and that's a great day. So after take profit, it's 9:55, 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, we get a reversal, push up, and then a pullback. On this pullback, we don't take it because, again, the wick is too long compared to the body. If the body were longer, we would take it because the wick here would still be shorter than the prior. So now it consolidates in this area before pushing up. After the push up, we get a pullback over here. And we gotta decide if we take it. Personally, I think I would take it. And that's only because, you know, it looks great from my perspective, and instantly we'd get stopped out. Price pushes up, pushes down, right? We tap the prior resistance down here before pushing up, and then into 11:45 we have another neat reversal back down and another pullback. On this pullback, I would probably take it. The body is definitely about the same size, but the wick on the other end isn't as long. I'm thinking, like, you know, just like in a hindsight, like if I would actually take this live, it's really tough to say. I do like to catch reversals. However, like if I compare, for example, this compared to this, they're not that much different, other than this is coming off a high and this is in between a range, right? If it's coming off a high, maybe it's something that I should consider, right? I should consider taking these types of trades where it's still valid, but the wick is just longer, right? Over here, if it's in between a range and I have long wicks, then I should really be careful, right? Because in the range, price is able to go in between any of those prices, right? Up here, if we're coming off a high and we're going in the opposite direction, then the only place that we can really go is up, right? Not really in between the range. So I'm gonna say I take it. So I take it. It's profitable. And we also get another pullback right here that I would also take too, in between, and that's also profitable. Price pushes down again, another pullback happens, and we take this one as well too, profitable, before you know, stopping. So that's profitable. And then we get into 1 o'clock, we get a nice push down again and another pullback. On this pullback, we take it as well. This wick is extremely long here on this candle, but the body is long as well, so that's why we actually still get into it. At this point, we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. 7 trades. I think it's time to call it a day, especially after that point. So let's call it a day after that, and we'll tally up our wins and losses after. So for me, really, like, this exercise is just to really sharpen my strategy. Once I can get my trade on the chart, I can sharpen it some more and actually see where I took those trades and where I should have taken those trades, especially based on this, like, you know, post analysis or hindsight analysis I'm doing. So now we're in the 29th, and we're gonna start at 7 o'clock as always. So it looks like we're just coming off of some lows and we're making new highs. We get consolidation between 5 o'clock into 7 o'clock before pushing up. We get a nice pullback down and then a push up, another pullback at 7:30, but the body's too big. Some more consolidation before pushing up, and then we get another pullback. This body is probably too small, so we stay out of it. So 145, 150 up, body's too small. Price pushes up 8:30 candle, so it seems like there's news. We get a massive wick down up here, price pushes down, and then we get our first pullback. For this pullback though, one thing we have to consider is that we're in an uptrend, so we probably shouldn't be looking for buys. So do we take this setup live? I want to say no. Because again, this is where the discretion in my setup plays, right? If I'm in an uptrend and I see a signal or candlestick for sells, does it make sense to take the sells or buys? This is a trick question. I would do neither. If I'm in an uptrend, I'm looking for buys. It's really that simple. Unless we're coming off of a high. So, see, this is where it becomes tricky, right? If I look at it, from here, we're coming off a high, right? My entry would be literally on the close of this. Open to that. And then boom, a loss. So I'm gonna say I do take this in hindsight. I think it makes sense that I would have taken it. Let me just check the body size. 51. Yeah, let's just say I take it. That's a loss. Price pushes up. Wick is too long compared to the body, so we stay out of it. And then into 10 o'clock, we get a massive reversal down. We don't get any pullbacks, right? Price is a little consolidation in this area between 1020 to 1050, right? We peak out at 1055 before pushing down again, breaking massive miners supports here. Broke all of those, and then it's 11:45. We reverse back up into structure area, the last minor support we broke before pushing down again. Price pushes up, pushes down, and then we get our first pullback. On this pullback, we take the trade, right? It's valid. Take the trade, it's valid. Price hits take profit. We get a push up again, and then we take the trade again. Take the trade right here, but then we're stopped out, and that is completely fine. All right, price pushes down once again, and we get into 240. And what do? We take this trade, right? That's a valid pullback to me. Price pushes down some more, and you know what? By 3:30, we call it a day. I think today, a day like this, the 29th, there was a lot of structure, right? Because like you'll notice, like over here, for example, price pushed down, we came back up, and we came back up into this consolidation area, right? Price broke down again, we came back up to where we broke that minor support. Price pushed down, we came back up again till we broke that minor support, right? So it keeps returning to those zones. So that's one thing you really got to be aware of. Some days, like, price will really just do that to you. So now let's move into the 30th. Sorry if I sound stuffy, guys. I think I'm a little sick. But anyways, let's get into the 30th. So now, this is a day I really should have taken advantage of, and I should have had more positions, but I didn't, and that is okay. So on the 30th, right, we get into 7 o'clock. All right, price pushes down, we break a minor, price does a pullback, we come back up into the range, we push up, and we break these minors here and here. Price consolidates for a bit, we push up, and then 8:30 there's some news, price pushes down, and there's a pullback. This is our first pullback, and it's amazing, right? pullback, and then boom. But what happens? Do we get stopped out? No, we don't. Price pushes all the way down, and then we get a pullback over here. But let's see, is this another entry? 41, 49. Yes, it is another entry. Boom. Another entry, take profit. Price pushes down again, and there's another pullback down there. TP, price pushes down again, and there's another pullback. Stop loss. Price pushes up back to structure before pushing down again. We get a pullback right here, but this pullback is invalid because the wick is too long, so we stay out of it. Price pushes down once again. We get another pullback right here at 10.55. We actually do take this. I like how it looks, and we unfortunately lose it. That's fine. Price comes back up. We have another pullback right here, but we don't take it because the wick is longer than the prior candle. Again, the structure is being respected, right? This is the last support. Price came back to respect it. Last resistance, price came back to respect it. It's pretty crazy how it keeps doing that. But anyway, price does that, and we get the push down into 12 o'clock. We do make a new low. The pullback is massive with that big body. Price comes back down and then back up. We can't make a new high, and that's fine. So price continues going down into 1:30, 2 o'clock. By this time, price comes back up to try to hit that resistance. We get a massive pullback down here to meet that resistance that we just broke, the minor here, right? And then after that, we get another push up, and we break the minor resistances here, right? Once we do that, we reverse once again, and then we come back to the last support area with one rejection wick. Now we do have a pullback at 255, but again, this is invalid because the wick here is longer than the prior candle. 230, we start reversing, right? We break minor structure resistance again, and then we get another good pullback. So we actually take this trade, and then after that, no, we don't take this trade. The reason why we don't take it is because it's after 3:30. So we stay the hell out of it. But how many trades do we have today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. Wow. So now we're on December 1st. Today was such a weird, tricky day. It did all this commotion over here just to move all the way up, and it's crazy. So into 7 o'clock, we see that we're on our way down, right? We get our first pullback over here, but we don't take it because the wick is too long. We stay out of it. Okay, price continues to push down. We get another pullback, but the body's too big. Price pulls down again, another pullback, body's too big, and then into 9:30 there's news. Price does a massive push down. Okay, reverses back up, and it cannot close above the open. Pullback, right? This pullback candle, number one, first things first, is it didn't break the minor resistance. So should we really be looking for buys? Probably not. Secondly, not a valid setup because the wick is too long anyway, so we stay out of it. Today though, I did actually end up taking sells, and I did actually end up taking buys over here, thinking that this structure would hold, and it didn't. Anyway, so we get into 10 o'clock. We do get the push up, but then it reverses back down, and this is definitely where I would have been stopped out. Price does a massive push again at 10 o'clock. We make a rejection wick, and then we reverse. So we see here there is a pullback, right? But now we have to consider, like, again, we have to use our discretion. Is this trade worth it? With this much volume, is it worth it? 9 times out of 10, if there's news around, it's probably not. It's probably not. So stay out of it, and that's what we'll do. So once we get to 1010, price reverses down, we make a new low. Right after making that new low, price comes back up here, and we get our first pullback again on the way up, but the wick is too long, so we stay out of it. And then price does massive push up, we get another pullback, but the wick is too long, we stay out of it. Price comes back down, and again we see the structure, right? The structure here, right? We break the minor resistance, and we literally come back down to kiss it. Price comes back up, pullback, pushes up, and we get another pullback right here. And then I know in this one we actually get stopped out, but in theory your stop losses should be below the last candle. So sure, on this we do get stopped out, but in theory your stop loss should have been down here. And again, that's completely fine. So let's say we do get stopped out on this, that's fine, we stay out. Okay, we get another pullback over here and we take it. On this side we get stopped out as well too, and again that's completely fine. Price pushes up once again, we get another pullback, but it's invalid because wick is too long. Price pushes up, and then we get into 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock we have a reversal, right? We come back down into the last support area. Price pushes up, and then we push down again, and we get another pullback. This pullback is too the wick is too long, so we stay out of it. And then pretty much between 225, there's one more pullback right here that happens. Wick is too long, so we stay out of it. Another pullback here, but there's no point in taking it. This wick is too long over here compared to the body. Let's see what would happen if we did take it though. Let's see, we did take it, we'd get stopped out. But basically after 3 we'd pretty much call it a day. So on this day we had 2 trades, 2 losses. Great. So now let's tally up our trades and see how we would have performed. So we're gonna look at this week. So we're gonna look at trades without break even, auto break even, and then we're gonna look at trades with auto break even. So let's go to the 27th. So on the 27th, first trade here, W. First trade, 18. Second trade, -9, and that's okay. Now on the 28th, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. So for the 29th, trade number 1 is a L, -9. Trade number 2, profitable, 18. Trade number 3, L, 0. Trade number 4 up here, it is profitable. Trade number 5, profitable. Trade number 6, profitable. Trade number 7, oops, 7 is down here. That is also profitable, right? So let's go backwards. So we have 18, 18, 18, 18. That's 4 in a row. 5 is a loss. 6 is a win, and 7 is a loss. So that's perfect. So now we'll go into the 29th. For the 29th, first trade is a loss. Second trade, W. Third trade, loss. Fourth trade, loss. All right, we lost this trade. Lost this trade and we won that trade. So 3 losses, 1 win. Now we'll go into the 30th. So for the 30th, wow, this day could have been so much better, because like on days like this, like you really have to like really adjust your take profits. That's how you collect more in the long run, right? By aiming for bigger targets. So now for trade number 1, profitable, right? Trade number 2, right here, profitable. Trade number 3, profitable. Trade number 4, oh. Trade number 5, oh. And then we call it a day. So that's about 5 trades. And now for the Friday. For the Friday, we just lost 2 trades, right? We lost actually no, yeah, we did lose this trade, and we lost the second trade as well. So 2 L's. LL minus sign. Wow. So we're about 50% for no auto break even. Now we're gonna look at auto break even, and we're gonna use auto break even of 44. Okay, so if we have auto break even, and let me go to the 27th. So 27, what do I got? So I had, hold on a sec. I'll break even. Okay, so 20 trades in total. Cool. All right, so now let's take a look at auto break even. So with auto break even, we'd still be fine for trade number 1. Trade number 2, though, I think it would hit auto break even. So let's see. As long as we get to, oh, we didn't. Wow, if I had it set to 40, it would have been fine. Oh, okay. Well, we did agree on 44, so let's keep it at 44. No auto break even, so we would have lost this trade as well. That's completely fine. Fine. And now the 28th. Okay, so for the 28th now, on this trade, I think we would have actually hit our auto break even this time. Let's see. This time we would have, yes, we did. So 0 on the first trade, 18 the second trade, -9 the third trade because the prices went straight down. Over here we still have 18. Over here we still have 18. Over here we still have 18. And the last trade, we still 18 here. Now for the 29th, we still hit our stop loss. Second trade, let's see. Second trade, we still hit our take profit on the second trade. Third trade here, still stop loss. And the last trade, still stop loss because it went instantly in the wrong direction. That's okay. And now on the 30th. So for the 30th, we got trade number 1, profitable. Trade number 2. Trade number 2, still profitable. I'll take that. Trade number 3. Let's see how far this went. I think we might be into 44. We are 39, so we are good to go. So 1, 2, 3. Trade number 4, we still get -9. And then trade number 5, still -9. Now the last day. On the last day, we still get -9. And then on this day right here, what do we get? Wait a second. The last day. On the last day, we get the auto break even because price came all the way up here, and that's above 44 ticks. It's 56 ticks. So we get 0. So on this day, we actually earn a bit more for auto break even. So again, guys, like, you know, you really got to use that discretion, right? And it looks like it was only just 1 day that 2 days the auto break even popped. It didn't really impact any of my winning trades. It looks like it just impacted the amount of loss I incurred. So this week I was expected to earn, you know, between 21 to 1800, but I think I out earned that. Let me see. I actually ended up earning, I think, closer to 3, but then I didn't take all of the same trades, right? However, I do think I took very similar trades. Let me see. So if I leave this week, it's not coming up, guys. That's okay. I think that's the end of the video. Guys, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, just let me know and I'll do my best to answer. Oh, it came up. So I actually ended up earning 3,500. And I think that's only because, like, today I got real lucky. I hit a little home run, and so that really propped up my account. But yeah, like I said, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, send them down below. And happy trading and risk on for next week. Bye, guys.